There is a number sitting quietly in the mailbox of nearly every older American right now, and it is bigger than most people's rent. $10,000 a year, not owed to a bank, not owed to a scammer, owed by law to nobody at all, because the very government that sends these bills has already written the rule that says a senior does not have to pay them. And yet the checks keep clearing. The automatic withdrawals keep firing, month after month, because one sentence was never spoken out loud to the people it was meant for. You are allowed to stop. Some of these rules changed again in 2026, quietly, without a headline, which means right now, today, there are people paying the old price for something the new law already forgave. Welcome to Walter Reports. This is not a story about senior discounts or coupon codes that knock a few dollars off a bill. This is about bills where the correct number, the legal number, is zero. By the time this ends, you will know exactly which 5 bills those are, who actually qualifies, and the one small mistake that lets this money slip away year after year without anyone ever noticing it left. Start with the one that touches almost every senior in the country because it happens before the money even reaches your hands. Every single month, a chunk is pulled directly out of your Social Security deposit for Medicare Part B before that deposit ever lands in your account. In 2026, that chunk is $202.90, vanishing silently before you ever see it. Most people shrug and call it the cost of being on Medicare. Almost nobody realizes that a program exists, run state by state, whose only job is to pay that premium for you instead. It is called a Medicare Savings Program, and if your income sits within a modest range, the state steps in, covers that Part B premium in full, and hands that $200 back into your monthly check. Over a year, that alone is more than $2,400 returned to you, money currently leaking out of your account for a bill you may never have owed in the first place. But it does not end at the premium. The moment you are approved for that program, you are typically enrolled automatically into a second benefit called Extra Help, which slashes the cost of your prescriptions. The government itself estimates the value of that benefit at close to $5,700 a year. Add the two together, the premium coverage and the prescription help, and you are staring at nearly $8,000 annually, unlocked through one single application for a program most qualifying seniors have never once heard mentioned by name. This is the largest hidden bill in this entire video, and it deserves to sit at the very top. So who actually qualifies? The most generous tier is built for a single person earning under roughly $1,350 a month. And it does not stop at the premium. It can also wipe out your deductibles and copays. A slightly higher tier, up to around $1,600 a month, still erases that $200 premium completely. These thresholds shift slightly every year, and they are almost always higher than people assume, which is exactly why so many talk themselves out of applying before they ever pick up the phone. You apply through your state Medicaid office or by calling Medicare directly, and the real number will be waiting in the description so you reach the actual program and not an imitation of it. The second bill hiding in plain sight is your property tax. And for a homeowner, this is very often the heaviest bill of the entire year. Nearly every state gives residents 65 and older a way to freeze that number in place, or in many cases, to cut it down substantially. Some states call this a senior freeze. The instant you qualify, the taxable value of your home locks where it stands. Your neighbors watch their homes climb in value and their bills climb right along with them, while yours stays exactly where it was the day you filed. Other states take a different path, shaving a large slice off your home's taxable value or capping your tax bill at a small percentage of your income. In some places, this saves well over $1,000 every single year. For as long as you live in that home, and across 2 or 3 decades, that becomes tens of thousands of dollars that never left your pocket. Here is the cruel part, so pay close attention. None of this happens on its own. You must file for it, almost always in the year you become eligible. And if that window closes without you acting, most states will not hand it back to you. And this money is not theoretical. In Texas, the school tax freeze alone can save a homeowner thousands of dollars a year, with no income limit attached at all. Your birthday is the only requirement. Other states apply a straightforward exemption, knocking a fixed, sizable amount off your home's taxable value before the tax rate is ever applied to it. The exact shape of the program depends on your state and your county, but the pattern repeats everywhere. There is an age threshold, usually 60 or 65. Sometimes there is an income limit, sometimes there is none. And in every case, you are the one who has to walk through the door because your county will never volunteer to lower your bill out of the goodness of its heart. Every dollar it forgives you is a dollar it does not collect. So silence benefits them. not you. One phone call to your county assessor's office, simply asking about the senior exemption and how to file, could freeze or shrink the single largest bill you pay all year. The third bill catches people off guard more than any other, because there is a deep, almost unquestioned belief in this country that everyone owes the government something every April, no exceptions. But for a huge number of older Americans living on Social Security plus a modest amount of additional income, the honest, correct number owed is nothing. The standard deduction grows larger the year you turn 65. And starting with the 2025 tax year, a brand new bonus deduction appeared, worth up to $6,000 for a single filer and up to $12,000 for a married couple, where both spouses have crossed 65. Stack these together, and a large share of seniors can legally bring their federal income tax bill all the way down to zero. And here is the twist that makes this one so painful. The law is not asking you for anything here. The law is telling you to keep your money. But unless your return is prepared with those age 65 deductions correctly entered, the paperwork quietly reverts to the standard amount, and you end up handing over a tax you were never actually required to pay to a government that never asked you for it. If someone else prepares your taxes, the single most important question you can ask this year is simple. Were my full age 65 deductions applied? You are entitled to that answer, and you should not leave until you get it. There is also urgency baked into this one that almost nobody notices. As the law currently stands, that $6,000 bonus deduction only exists for 4 tax years, 2025 through 2028, unless Congress votes to extend it. This is not a someday task. This is a claim. While it lasts situation, every single year it remains on the books. There is a quieter version of this same mistake hiding underneath it. Many people, back when they first began receiving Social Security, instructed the government to withhold federal tax from every check automatically, just to play it safe, and then wait for a refund the following spring. Stop and think about what that actually means. You are letting the government hold your own money, interest-free, for an entire year against a tax bill you might not even owe. If that sounds familiar, the fix is simple. Look at your actual numbers and adjust that withholding so it matches what you truly owe, not a dollar more, and definitely not an early loan you are handing over for free. The fourth bill lives at the pharmacy counter. If you did not qualify for the full Medicare savings program described earlier, you can still apply directly for that extra help benefit through Social Security on its own, no bundle required. It reduces what you pay for your medications, your pharmacy copays, and the premium on your drug plan. For someone managing several prescriptions a month, this is the gap between quietly rationing pills and simply filling the bottle the way the prescription was written. Nobody should be cutting tablets in half to stretch a budget while thousands of dollars in benefits sit unclaimed with their name already attached to it, waiting on nothing more than a completed form. The fifth bill is one you almost certainly pay every single month and have probably never questioned even once: your phone and your internet service. A long-running federal program called Lifeline applies a monthly discount to phone or internet bills for people with modest incomes or for anyone already enrolled in certain other assistance programs. It will not erase the bill entirely, but it shaves a set amount off every month, month after month, off a service you were paying for regardless. For someone stretching every dollar on a fixed income, a steady, permanent discount on a bill that never disappears adds up quietly and meaningfully across the years. You apply through the official Lifeline system, then carry that approval to a participating phone or internet provider. Now step back and notice what all 5 of these have in common, because that pattern is the entire reason they stay invisible. Not one of them turns itself off automatically. The program that covers your Medicare premium sits in complete silence until you apply. The property tax freeze waits patiently until you file the paperwork. The deductions that could zero out your tax bill only function if the return is filled out correctly. The prescription help and the phone discount both sit untouched, doing nothing until you personally reach out and claim them. Every one of these was written into law specifically to help you, and every one of them was buried under just enough paperwork that most people give up halfway through or never even begin. The system is not lying to you outright. It is simply built on the quiet assumption that you will stay silent and keep paying the way you always have. So here is the only thing being asked of you. Choose the biggest one for your own life and chase it down this week, not someday this week. If Medicare is being pulled from your check every month, Call your state about the Medicare Savings Program first, because that is the $8,000 door. If you own your home, call your county about the property tax freeze. If you file a tax return, confirm that your age 65 deductions are genuinely on it. You do not need to tackle all 5 at once and burn yourself out chasing paperwork. You only need to open one of these doors, because whatever is sitting behind it has belonged to you the entire time. And before you close this out, think of one person in your life who would swear none of this could possibly be real. Someone careful, someone proud, someone who has been quietly paying every one of these bills in full for years, simply because nobody ever sat them down and told them they didn't have to. Send this to them today. There are very few things in this world you can hand another person that put real, tangible money back into their pocket every single month for the rest of their life. This is one of them. So go ahead, make the call, file the form, ask the question, and claim what was already yours to begin with.